Well, well, well. Got some interesting stuff to discuss this week, oddly enough. Hatman and I get to talk about some of our favorite games. But beyond that, we have game journalists sucking it up. Dan DiDio is no longer at DC Comics. And then we're going to discuss whether or not South Park is bad for the culture, or something like that. Fun times all around, right?
To say the least.
Yes. Well, let's get started. My name is Micah Curtis.
And I'm Alex Baldwin. Respect my authority.
Welcome to Micah and The Hatman Live. All right, Hatman.
All right.
Tell us about some Halo.
I can talk about Halo Reach. I think this is the second time I've talked Reach as my pick of the week, but I finally got around to downloading it on the Master Chief Collection. So this is the Master Chief Collection's Halo Reach. It's good. It's still Reach. It's smoother. I actually played it on the 360 like right before going to the Master Chief Collection. Holy shit, what an upgrade.
Yeah. The higher frame rate is really nice.
It's night and fucking day. Like I'm sitting there on the 360 like, oh my god, like this feels way worse than I thought. What the hell is going on here? Is this just 30 FPS or am I really losing it here? And then I go and play on the Xbox One. I'm like, I'm fairly certain it's because that was at 30 FPS. Holy shit. But yeah, it was totally fucking way better for that alone. The visuals don't feel as, I guess, blurry, because playing it on a, I guess, an HDMI TV. I mean, that's basically what the inputs have. I don't have a 4K Xbox One, and I don't have a 4K TV, so I can't tell you how it plays in 4K. But as far as like a full HDMI, 1080p, 60 FPS, yeah, it's way better visually and gameplay wise on the Master Chief Collection as opposed to the original disc. I mean, campaign's the same as ever. Everything's included. Most of the achievements from the 360 Halo Reach have carried over too. So good luck doing all that shit again. Yeah, congratulations. Anyway, Firefight is in it. It feels like you can't customize it as much, but I haven't tinkered with it enough to figure out if it's a real one-to-one carryover. But the thing that makes me the most upset is how you unlock pieces of armor. That's through multiplayer. Because there's no commendation system, and because there's no credits system, you can't buy the pieces of armor that you want. So you have to unlock each one of them as you rank up in multiplayer. And I think you can get to like rank 100, and that's when you get everything.
Yep. And
I am very upset because rank 100 is where you get your blue flaming helmet. And god damn it, I had that, and I want that shit again. And rank 100 is also where you get the Master Chief voice in Firefight. And god damn it, I had that, and I want it. I paid my fucking credits. Fuck that shit. But it is interesting to start off playing the campaign as the true Noble 6 with the Mark 5B armor, because I never did that. I never actually did that. I always swapped to a different helmet when I played campaign. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed just in that, because customization was a huge fucking thing for Reach. And knowing that it's locked to multiplayer, and I'm not huge on multiplayer, kind of sours it a little bit. But at the same time, like, it's still fucking Reach. It's still Reach. It's still a good game. It's still a fucking great game. It looks good, plays good. George is my boy. Tell him to make it count.
One thing that they've said is like the new unlock system is going to carry over as they unlock more games on the PC version. But the level you have will also indicate what you've unlocked in multiplayer on each of the games.
Yeah.
The thing is that CE has not come out yet for the PC version. And I'm a little frustrated.
You have Reach on PC though, right?
Yes, we did. And it's amazing. It's a great port. It's one of the best. It might be the best Halo port ever, honestly.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really good. I played it with Brain and Talon, and we played through the whole campaign together. And, yeah, it was really good. The story is still dumb and not that well written, but...
I still say ODST had the best story of all of them.
That of the first game. But yeah.
The first was great.
When it comes right down to it, yeah, Reach just plays very well, and that's part of the reason as to why some people still love it. Yeah, that's. Anything else really to say on this one?
I guess because I have internet again. Well, I don't know. Something is fucky with my Xbone, and it's like whenever I shut it down, it loses all connection to the internet. But then when I boot it back up, it's back like no fucking. Well, it's not back. I have to re-input my internet password just to get it to go again. I don't know what the fuck it is, so I might just hardwire that fucking bitch. And if so, hey, I can play games with you guys again.
Yes.
Finally.
Indeed. Time for my pick of the week. Everybody has figured out what it is by the music.
They better have.
Oddly enough, it's another game that the main reason I like Reach, the main reason I like it is the gameplay, not necessarily the story. So, Final Fantasy VIII. This is, believe it or not, the very first Final Fantasy game that I ever beat. It's the very first. I beat 7 like a year or two later.
So, is this the first one you played?
No, the first one I played was 6 on the SNES.
Gotcha.
And I was not that, believe it or not, I was not very keen on it compared to Breath of Fire 1. I like Breath of Fire 1 a lot better.
How old were you when you played that?
Breath of Fire 1? 12, I think.
And Final Fantasy?
Same age.
Same age? Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Chaos Sonic threw another $1 at us, said he forgot to add this to the video for the Kamen Rider EX Aid full theme song for the video. It came with Oh, he's just linking us to the theme song to use it for the video if we do a video on it.
Cool.
Oh yeah, sounds good. I'll definitely do that. Anyway, so for Final Fantasy VIII, this is the first one that I finished. And I can still remember all of the ins and outs of the game to this day. Funny story. So, I tend to talk in my sleep sometimes. So, I don't know if I've just never hit REM sleep or what's going on there. But what I will say is at one point, I had a roommate in college named Andy, who oddly enough now lives in the same city that I do, so we see each other from time to time. Andy had never played 8 before. He'd played 7, really liked it. He wanted to give 8 a try. I walked him through the junction system and all that other stuff and helped him get through the game. And there came a point where I was just exhausted. I'd had a hard workout day. It was super humid outside. I was the dishwasher at my uncle's church camp, and it gets really hot in that kitchen, so I was just exhausted, after just a long work day. So he's playing the game, and he's at Ultimecia, the final fight, and he was literally asking me how to beat her, and I walked him through it, apparently while I was asleep. That is how well I know Final Fantasy VIII. I can literally walk you through the game in my sleep. So I've beaten it so many times that it's like second nature to me. I know how to. People have always been amazed by this when it comes to me. Is in college, I knew a bunch of people who had played the game and really liked it. And they're like, yeah, but I always thought it was kind of tough. I'm like, well, not if you know how to rig the junction system and if you're really good at the card game. And they're like, well, yeah, I could never get the hang of Triple Triad. And I'm like, on the next open dorms, come to my dorm room. I'm going to show you something sick. So they came over because it was a bunch of girls that were friends of my now ex-wife. Came in and they're like, well, what were you going to show us? So I pulled up my PS2 and I pulled up my save file and showed them that I already had Zell's next to second final weapon, had Irvine's next to second final weapon, and then the twin lance, which is the second best sword that Squall gets on disc 1. And they're like, how did you do that? I said, if you play Zell's mom at cards until you take almost every card from her, you will be able to use card mod and mod those weapons right at the beginning of the game. And I'm like, so you get access to all the like Squall's second best limit break on disc 1. And I had magic that they couldn't get a hold of, like on the first disc and all this other stuff. And they're like, holy shit. So I know this game very well. The gameplay is part of the reason I enjoy it. I like the magic junctioning system. I like the customizability of it. You can literally play the game however you want. And that's part of the reason I love it. The story is stupid. Time compression makes no sense. They don't do anything to explain it. The magic junctioning doesn't make any sense either. I couldn't find where they explain how it works. Or GF's junctioning, how exactly you fit a summon in your brain is not like... It's sort of like how Doctor Who explains time in the Angels episode of Doctor Who. Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff.
Wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. It's not linear.
Yeah, that's exactly how they explain it to you in this. It's oogly-googly, flippity-floppity, magically stuff. That's it. That's how everything works. And it's like, what the fuck? So there's so many MacGuffins, it's ridiculous. But at the same time, just the simple fact that you can just destroy everything, and yet there's still some bosses that are like nigh impossible to beat at your first try. I don't know. There's something about it I really enjoy. But I've oddly enough, I've beaten this game probably 10 times in the last decade, and I've only ever beaten Omega Weapon once. Only ever once. So mostly because it's not worth doing. But unless you just want the achievement. If you guys want my recommendation, if you're thinking about picking this up on PC, I would say that if you want a version you can mod the shit out of, get the normal one. But I would actually say it's better to get the enhanced edition and then wait for a mod that upgrades the textures of the worlds, because they upgrade like all the character models that look a lot better than the modded versions, but everything else is just kind of eh. So I've just been playing the normal version. I'm like, yeah, I actually think the enhanced edition's better, even though I've modded the shit out of this. So yeah, it's fun. It's just not well written. Koopa's Revenge Home says, quick thoughts on the rest of the series, at least the numbered ones. Okay. So 6 is good. 7 is an all-time classic. I can't wait for the remake. 8 has good gameplay and a dumb story. 9 has great gameplay, a really good story, but the art style of it being super cartoony might turn some people off. 10 is enjoyable except for the laughing scene, and the end is trash, admittedly. Like, the end is stupid. They had to make another game that sucked to try and make up for the bad ending of Final Fantasy X. 11 I didn't play because it's an MMO. 12 is god-awful. 12 is probably one of the worst I think it's 12. No, I'm sorry. 12 is a grind. It's a slog. It's good, but it's just really fucking slow.
You're thinking of the lightning
I'm thinking of 13. 13 is legitimately one of the dumbest video games I've ever played. It is probably some of the most unlikable characters I've ever seen in Final Fantasy. Give me a minute, Mercenary. Jesus. Like, it's so bad. 14 I didn't play because it's an MMO. 15 I have started playing. Gameplay is great. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So that's my run through. Okay.
My buddy says Final Fantasy 13. He actually likes the game, but he says Final Fantasy 13 is like food poisoning. It gets better after the first 48 hours.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I've been told. But Chaos Sonic says, I'm sorry, no. Mercenary X says, forgot to tell you guys last week I saw the Sonic movie on Valentine's Day, and it was a love letter. Also, I hate Jim Carrey with a burning passion, but I can't deny how good of a Dr. Robotnik he is. It's fun to hate him, and that's a good villain. There you go.
There you go. I need to watch it. I need to watch it. I want to support them for listening to fans, so yes.
But yes, the whole lightning thing. I thought Yahtzee Croshaw probably did the best review of Final Fantasy 13. Like, it's spot on. You know, it's like, it shouldn't take 20 hours for a game to get good. Alpha Incel says, thoughts on Spoonie's review of the game. He's playing up all the flaws just for entertainment value. The fact that people took his Final Fantasy VIII review that seriously, to me, I've always found funny. Because I've talked to the guy, he really, really, really is just a dork. But like the one conversation I had with him, I knew he was mentally ill and needed help and was never gonna get it because he thinks he's a genius. So yeah. And if you want to know how bad Spoonie is without a script, see if you can find video of his attempt at a stand-up routine. It's not good. Okay, we've been banging on for almost 20 minutes. We need to move on to our topic. So to start off,
let's do it.
Game journalists exposed. So, Hatman, I will let you take the lead on this one, even though the person who wrote this is a colleague of mine.
Yep. So, Sophia Norwitz, we do enjoy her work here. Had a source basically say, hey, did you know that there is a new clique going on in games journalism? And it's basically run by the people who are at the top of all the big name sites. By the big name sites, we mean the ones that, have the sickness. And, basically keep your mouth shut and your head down if you have any sort of views that are not overtly left-wing. As in, if you are a conservative, Jesus Christ, fake it. If you are a moderate, keep your mouth shut. And if you're a libertarian, one of the two. And, of course, more shit that we already knew. We already figured that, yes, this was going on because Gamergate happened. Yes, we figured that Game Journal Pros probably had a new mailing list because, the first one was exposed and it was shut down as soon as it was exposed. So this is like, okay, it's still going on. Games journalism is still fucking trash. Here we go. But what was most interesting was the reactions to all this. When called out, when specific people were called out on Twitter, they would say things like, "It's nonsense. Oh, this is bullshit. We don't discriminate there, and maybe there are just no garbage people in games journalism." And Jason Schreier of Kotaku infamy said it's more conspiracy theory nonsense. I'm trying to find exactly who it was that said that she would not out any of her colleagues who were conservative.
Yeah, and
that kind of says something.
Not to mention, I saw somebody mention on Kotaku in Action. I haven't verified it because I don't know if there really is a way to verify it. That anybody who was asking Schreier if he could actually name somebody who's an outspoken conservative in games journalism, he would block them immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds to me like he's hiding something.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. Again, it's nothing that we weren't already keen to. I mean, this is stuff that we have just known, but it's just interesting to see how they excuse it. Oh, it's nonsense. It's a conspiracy theory. It's more of that same bullshit. And then when confronted with a simple question of name names, who is a conservative, or better yet, who is a moderate, a centrist, a libertarian, name someone who falls into that category, who works for you, that you know personally. And nobody did it. Nobody stood up and did it. Colin Moriarty said, yes, I've been targeted for this. And yeah, he was.
Yes, he was.
He was dropped.
Yeah, keep in
because
mind.
Of it.
Yeah, he was dropped from Kinda Funny, and then Greg, like the running joke that I've had about Gutham Gwegi has been that anytime he sees a bus, he looks for Colin Moriarty so he can throw him under it. And it's true. Colin was kind of the one token conservative I can think of. And yeah, and he's not welcome back. And we all know that.
No, absolutely not. And they tried to frame it as, oh, well, he said something misogynistic on Twitter because of the joke that he made about International Women's Day, like, oh, peace and quiet at last. That's a fucking obvious joke. But they were looking for that fucking excuse to boot him.
Yeah, you're not allowed to
I
make
absolutely
jokes.
believe it. No.
Jokes are not allowed unless it's about Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm. It was Lucy O'Brien, by the way. I'm not going to out the political leanings of my colleagues and my peers, no.
You're hiding something. Now,
yeah, read between the lines there.
Given another week, and Jim Sterling is going to do a video with complete denial on this.
Mm-hmm.
And he will always cover for his friends, because that's the type of person that he is. Not to mention he's obviously big and pear-shaped enough to cover for them. But anyway,
also,
he's fat. Yeah. Needless to say, though, I think that there is obviously I think it's very true. Obviously, there's a lot of people who are not going to say anything about this. I have the same open door policy that Sophia has when it comes to this sort of thing. If you're in now at this point, given the website I write for, if you are in any form of media and you know of this sort of a bias and you want to talk to somebody about it, if you want something published, you're more than welcome to approach me too. I'll definitely take the time.
Or me. I've certainly vetted my share of industry insiders, including one person who worked at a AAA. I don't know if they still work there, but worked at a AAA studio on a AAA game.
Yeah.
So there are more of you out there. You are not alone. And trust me.
I know that people aren't going to be happy that I'm bringing up Tech Raptor again. But keep in mind, I was the token conservative at Tech Raptor, and who's one of the first people that they threw under the bus once the woke crowd came after them. It was me. After I'd been away from the site for years. It was probably one of the most cowardly things I think I've ever seen in game journalism. But anyway, Servant of God 777 threw a buck at us and said, at this point, the label conspiracy theorist is a badge of honor, not a slur. In certain areas, depending on who's throwing it at you, yeah.
Yeah, so, that's true. That's true. My hat is sometimes made of tinfoil.
So, yeah. But that's my perspective is very simple whenever it comes to this sort of thing. Games journalists are an in crowd, and they want to gatekeep the entire industry, not just this. I did an article for RT. I think my very first one was about that when it came to Tim Sweeney's comments. We talked about this last week. Is that the industry is divided on politics and video games, but oddly enough, some people in the industry that are having less success are the ones who are injecting politics in everything they do, and the ones with more success are injecting less. The fact of the matter is that the people who wanted more politics, and more specifically left-leaning politics in video games, is the game journalists. They want to control the whole industry. And I don't think that it's something that really can be hidden anymore. So
yeah, it's a power trip. Imagine what you could do if you could influence a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yeah,
it goes to your head.
Exactly,
it goes to your head.
And as anything, they only have as much power as you give them to. So just go tell them to go fuck themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stop hate clicking their fucking articles.
Yes.
Wait for someone to archive that shit and then check the archive.
Yes. Okay, let's move on. So this is a interesting thing that has gotten reactions from all over the place, in my opinion. Ones that I think some people are kind of overreacting to Dan DiDio walking away from DC or being fired. It's not really confirmed which is which. I don't think this is a good thing. That's going to be controversial.
You don't think it's a good thing?
No, I don't think it is. So Dan DiDio.
Interesting. Okay.
Dan DiDio has been part of DC Comics since the early 2000s. If I recall correctly, he was the EIC there. Before he did that, he was actually one of the writers for Reboot. He's actually a very good writer when he really puts
the animated series Reboot.
Yes. You didn't know that, did you?
No, I didn't.
No, he's very good at what he does. He started out as the vice president of editorial. All the way back in 2002. And was the executive editor after that throughout some of DC's best years. Ethan talks very highly of him and a lot of the decisions that Dan made during that point in time that were big, because you had 52 happened at that point. Not New 52, just 52. Countdown was another one. Like, there was a ton of really good books. And then, of course, the now incredible, legendary Green Lantern run that was Jeff Johns as the writer, and then you had Ivan Reis and Ethan doing the art on a lot of those books. Ethan did probably one of my favorite arcs of that run with the new Tattooed Man, which did this really cool thing between Batman and Hal where they made up. The thing about Dan, because he was there forever, then became a co-publisher. He and Jim Lee were the 1 and 2 guys there. And then the big stumble, and I think the main reason a lot of people don't hold Dan in high regard, is because of the New 52, which was popular when it started, and then as time went on, it soured. A lot of people called it too edgy, which I can understand because there was a lot of edgy shit going on. A lot of people didn't like Superman at that point, which I think was being written by Mark Miller, which, by the way, that's the mistake right out of the gate. Do not give Mark Miller he was a shitty Spider-Man writer. Why do you think he would be good at Superman? But Mark Miller, in my opinion, is probably the most overrated comic book writer of all time. But anyway, that was, I think, probably his biggest misstep. Because they needed Rebirth to really bring them back from that. And oddly enough, a couple of my favorite books came out of Rebirth, and Deathstroke and Red Hood and the Outlaws. So the thing is that, at least from what Ethan has told me, is that behind the scenes, he was probably one of the best managers, one of the few people who could actually keep DC together during some trying times. You know, he was a guy who really had his head on straight in regards to what was going on there. And he thinks that basically unless Jeff Johns takes over what Dan was doing, DC's dead. And if DC dies, that means the comic industry is not far behind it. And that's part of the reason why I don't think this is a good thing. I understand that people are still salty with Dan over the New 52. And yes, he definitely made he's definitely made mistakes. Hiring Bendis as well, hiring Zoe Quinn, and the New 52. But at the same time, he's also made a ton of really good decisions too. So I don't know. I don't think that it's necessarily a good thing that he's getting the boot, because that's what everything's saying. And the upcoming possibility of 5G, where they're basically race swapping every fucking character, DC's dead at that point, and they probably got rid of Dan. It wouldn't surprise me if he was opposed to it.
It certainly seems that way. The rumor mill is saying that Scott Snyder was a major factor in Dan DiDio being fired. And if they're going all in with 5G for whatever reason, they just need to look back to what happened with all new, all different Marvel and see that colossal fucking failure.
Yeah.
What's that old saying? Get woke, go broke?
Yeah, to say the least. Like, and this is the thing, is that DiDio was, in my opinion, at least acknowledging some of the problems that were going on. You know, he acknowledged the fact that digital was not doing well. He acknowledged the fact that they were selling more back issues than they were selling current books. You know, because that was a point that he actually said, is like most profits in the comic book industry right now are graphic novels and back issues, not their newer comics. And he's like, that's not good for the future, and that's something that we have to re-examine. DiDio said it. Marvel wouldn't talk about it. Marvel tries to deny everything that's going on. So that's part of the reason that I don't think that it's a good thing for him to be on the outs. I think it signals possibly the beginning of the end. So that's my logic behind that. I'm not the biggest fan of his, but I would say that it's devil you know versus devil you don't. And that's my perspective. Chaos Sonic 1 says, what about this 5G thing that's going on with DC, with them basically making the DC version of all new, all different? That's basically what it is all new, all different. Ethan has done several streams talking about it. I would advise watching those. But actually, he talked about it in the stream he just did with Richard, where he talks about Dan being on the outs. So...
The TLDR of it is they age up all your classic heroes, and then new people take on the mantles of like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, etc.
Yeah, and it will go over like a fart in an elevator.
It will go over about as well as Riri Williams as Ironheart.
Yeah, it's the most Bendis thing ever, and that's why it's a bad idea.
Because Bendis,
exactly. Keep in mind, Bendis is the cancer that is killing Superman.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our final topic of the day. Hatman, I'm going to let you take the lead on this one because I have no idea what's going on here. South Park is damaging, apparently.
So, fuck. What? I forgot her goddamn name. And of course I have to fucking pull it up. Dana Schwartz, who is one of the writers for She-Hulk, as in the Disney Plus series She-Hulk, tweeted about how she thought South Park had basically spawned an entire generation of people that were apathetic, that were outright hateful. That's the reason why young men these days are trolls. They hate so much. It's damaged a generation. And And then, of course, people jumped on her for it because way to completely miss the point of South Park and become a fucking Sheila Broflovsky character. Sheila Broflovsky circa South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
But what?
And then she goes crying in a Washington Post column saying the trolls came after me because I said that South Park influenced them. The
Yes,
inevitable.
It's always the trolls or the Russian bots or.
Yeah, but this isn't just limited to her though. The shrill feminist Lindy West talked about how terrible South Park was sometime last year, I think. And then there was another New Yorker article that said South Park might have had something to do with Trump coming to power.
Oh Christ!
It's
fucking
nonsense. Yeah, it's fucking nonsense. If I'm not mistaken, the article saying because they chose not to make fun of Donald Trump after he had won the presidency, says that they're just helping him. That he was just a meme to the fucking. It's nonsense. It's absolutely nonsense. But it just shows that there remains a total misunderstanding about South Park and what it does for entertainment, and really what it does culturally. Like it does make fun of culture because culture is funny. It satirizes everything. There are no goddamn limits. There are no sacred cows for South Park. They will hit everything. They will offend everybody. They will say, yes, it's stupid, but who gives a fuck? Like they can tear down Mormons. That one, I think it's called All About Mormons.
Yes.
They can tear them down and then still say at the very end, look, maybe it's fucking stupid, but if it makes people like do good and if it makes them extremely happy, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Who gives a single fuck?
It's probably the only show that I would say is libertarian, basically.
Yeah,
aside
absolutely.
from Penn and Teller's bullshit.
Absolutely. Yes, aside from Penn and Teller's bullshit.
Okay, we got another donation
yeah.
real quick. Daniel Parker says, this coming from a woman who hates white men and wrote a book about Tumblr art. Yeah, pretty much. And I'm a South Park fan from back in the day. I haven't watched any of the more recent seasons, but the fact of the matter is that, yes, it had an effect on young men. I do think that it probably did make some men lean right. The term South Park Republican is a thing for a reason.
That's right.
And
that's right. That exists.
That would be how I would describe myself. Like if not just like loose libertarian or something like that. Like, because this is what I grew up on. Was South Park. And, like that was how I kind of was my cultural lens in a lot of ways. Because I thought everything was fucking ridiculous, and this was a show that agreed with me. And that's still my outlook on the world around me, is everything is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about it, is like the message of South Park is not like doomer bullshit. It's actually quite the opposite.
No.
It's like life is silly, laugh at it. Just laugh at it.
I would not call it apathetic.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of people responding to what Dennis Schwartz said called it like it's so apathetic. It's not. Like again, there are plenty of fucking episodes that say like, look, it's something may be fucking stupid, but who cares? Like, just laugh at it every now and again. It's okay to laugh at our cultural beliefs, at the things that we hold dear. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
My favorite episodes forever will be, because these guys have gone to skeptic conventions and been out and out atheists. They made fun of atheism, and it was brilliant. Or no, they made fun of anti-theism. Oh my science! Bah! It was so brilliant.
The Allied Atheists Alliance was still the best name.
Yes.
Because it had 3 A's in it.
Yes. It's so good. It's so fucking good.
I guess to round this off, watch the episodes. You're Getting Old and Asperger's.
Asperger's especially is really good.
That kind of rounds out, whether or not they're just apathetic to everything. I think that's the best example of the mindset of Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
Yeah. Of the non-political ones, though, I think the Little League episode might be my favorite. Hey, I thought this was America! Huh? I thought this was America!
Oh, God.
So fucking good. Randy Marsh is amazing.
Stanley's Cup is also fucking hilarious.
What's the one where Randy gives himself testicular cancer to get weed?
That is medicinal fried chicken.
That's it. Yes, that is
another one of the greatest ones. I love that one not because of the weed thing, but because of the fucking Scarface B plot.
Yeah, it's so hilarious.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh man, like there's so many good episodes. Real quick, we got 85 people watching. If you're enjoying the show, please don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you so much. This is we were close to 100 again on this podcast. It seems like more and more we're getting that per week. So even though we don't have the biggest subscriber base, half of our subscribers watch this every week. So we want to say we really appreciate you guys for coming by and making the show what it is. I'm admittedly, some people have called me out for this. I'm not paying as much attention to my original channel as I used to. I understand the frustration there, but this is sort of what's working for us, and it fits better with my schedule. So don't be surprised if we start bringing more,
it's more fun.
Normal recorded stuff to this channel too, on top of that as time goes on. But yeah, this is a lot more fun. So, and you guys make it fun. That's the big thing. You guys make it fun for us. So
yeah.
All right, let's go ahead.
Even the shame buttons. Shame buttons.
Absolutely. All right, so let's go ahead and get to our questions. So first off, thoughts on Project Melody?
Didn't we talk about this before?
I don't even remember.
The waifu, the waifu that was the mocap.
Yes, we actually talked about that on the Overflow. Okay, so yes, we did.
Yep, we did talk about that on Overflow.
So yeah, Matchstick, check the most recent episode of the Overflow. We talk about it there. Talon Silverman wants to know, recently got back into Dynasty Warrior and Samurai Warrior Empire again. Was wondering what franchise do you think could do a Warriors game? And if you and Hatman were Warrior characters, what weapons would be used and what would be your... That's 5 questions in one, dude. So we're just going to take...
Let's just do the first one.
Well, I would just use my fists. But anyway... The
franchise could do with a Warriors game? Doom.
No. The
that'd be funny.
Doom pretty much already is that with demons. So I no.
Do it with chainsaws instead of guns.
No. The See, the thing is two of the franchises I would say would be best suited for it already have them. In Fist of the North Star and Gundam. So...
Oh, that's right. They did the Gundam Dynasty Warriors.
The Fist of the North Star one apparently is really good. I think a Final Fantasy one would be interesting. I think I'll throw in for that.
Fair enough.
Chaos Sonic wants to know, for the Entertainment Podcast, here is the order for the movies of Kamen Rider EX Aid and also the motif is Doctors in Video Games. Okay. Gosh. He's really excited about us taking that on. Punished Alistair wants to know, tonight, Wilder versus Fury 2, who do you think will end up winning? I got my money on Tyson Fury. I
have no fucking idea.
I think Tyson is going to basically probably pull a Ollie, not Ollie Frazier, Ollie Foreman. He's gonna make Fury punch himself out, and he's gonna finish him. I think in the last rounds. Fury is good, but I don't think he's as good as everybody thinks he is. I think Tyson Fury has better technique, and his head movement is really, really good. I think that he's gonna take it. So, not to mention mentally, he's in a better place than he's ever been. So that should tell you something. Because one thing people don't understand about fighting is it is a mental game. So
there you go.
Mr. Matchstick wants to know instead, how would you write a sci-fi story in the vein of Cowboy Bebop and Firefly? I have something in the docket, but I'm not going to spoil it. So just next couple of years, stay tuned.
Wow, next couple of years.
Yeah, I actually have a sort of space thing planned.
Okay. Years is well the week though. I had an idea for a space story. Jesus Christ, many years ago, but it didn't go anywhere. I don't even remember really what ideas I had for it. Probably because it went nowhere, except for the trash can.
Oh, Jesus. Serena throws $20 at us. She says, I want to give you and Hatman some cringe. You both have to... Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. What is it?
Kwanzaa.
No! No! God damn it, no!
Black and white.
No. No. Why? Do I need to get the fucking alcohol?
I'm considering it.
Okay. Dead silence, huh?
I was playing taps in the background.
See, I can't hear that.
I know.
You can't hear anything when you're dead inside.
Yes. Which we will be after reading that. Okay. So, Rick wants to know, where do you think that mysterious noise in the South Pacific comes from?
What mysterious noise?
It's just another sign that the angels are coming and that Shinji needs to get in the fucking robot.
Okay.
Hi, Karumba.
Why do we do this to ourselves?
I don't know.
Well,
Okay. Now for the chat. You sons of bitches. But no, let's see here. Ugly Media wants to know, how would we do a Predator movie?
You know, you know, First Blood.
I love First Blood.
So imagine a Predator movie like that.
Expand.
Lots and lots and lots of fucking stealth. So sort of like the original, but I guess more controlled in a way. And you don't see but like quick flashes of the Predator.
So it's like a one-on-one thing. Like for most of the film.
Sort of, yes.
Okay. I could get
It
behind
wouldn't be
that.
like a gore fest. It would be like pretty much like a 1v1 match.
Be interesting. Oddly enough, that would be very well suited for Stallone.
H250V says First Blood, but with the Predator. Oh my God! See, this is great. This is great.
Okay. Chaos Sonic throws another $1 and says, "I'm just excited. This is my way of introducing you guys to Kamen Rider, which is one of Japan's most popular franchises." Fair enough. Leonardo Juan asks, "How much do I have to pay Micah to watch and review Polo Magi Madoka Magica?"
Oh, Madoka. Oh God, how many episodes are in Madoka?
Yeah, that's generally the question, because basically a season of a show, if it's, I don't know.
It's okay. One season, 12 episodes. Oh, okay, cool.
Throw me $80 and I'll do it. That's a lot of time. But I will say that I'm interested in it already, so I'll watch it today. If you do it.
There you go.
Let's see what else we got here. Because I was watching what is it called? Not Heretical. It's a horror movie I was watching before we started. I can't even remember the name of it. Hereditary. And was really enjoying myself. I will drop that if you throw that money at me. Because Hereditary, like, I'm halfway through it. It's really good. Really good. Like, there was points where I thought it was just going to be, like, fucking... just psychological horror, and then it hit me with a really disturbing image, and I'm like, the fuck is gonna happen now? I was just glued to the screen. So it's not very often that horror movies do that to me, except for like a lot of the indie ones that I've watched recently, like Black Mountain Side and the one with Nicolas Cage I watched, Mandy. Like there's a lot of good horror out there that I didn't even know existed. It's crazy. Black Mountain Side, I think, is the one, that and Mandy, I would recommend of all the ones I've watched so far. Black Mountain Side was really good. Okay. Koopa's Revenge Home says, did you see the memes where Isabel wants to rip and tear demons until it is done, and Doom Guy wants to take a Nook Incorporated island retreat? Those have been pretty funny. Here's my question. Why aren't there memes of Cloud and Jill Valentine switching places? Because Resident Evil 3 Remake comes out a week before Final Fantasy VII Remake does. Which, I don't know how the fuck I'm going to get any writing done for those 2 weeks. It's a good thing I'm not a reporter. I'm an opinion writer. So I can, like, take my time with shit. You know? People were like, he watched Ichi. Why are people still shocked about that? Hammond and I have watched some sick shit.
Yeah.
Bob Fetta wants to know, am I writing any stories with werewolves? This smile is your only answer. I got something in the works, yeah. Ugly Media wants to know, I know you just asked my question, do you think the last Predator movie sucked so bad because the director was killed off in the first movie? No. I think that it just had no good ideas.
No. You officially run out of ideas when you say autism will be our salvation.
Yes. Autism is a superpower, and the key to stopping a Predator invasion is Iron Man. Which, by the way, Iron Man versus Predator I could get behind. Because the Predator now is officially a Disney princess.
So, which begs the question, what about War Machine versus Predator?
Fuck it, throw Rhodey in there too.
All right. Let me make it.
Admittedly, that wouldn't be much of a fight if you think about it.
So hold on. Let me try and up the stakes a little bit. Frank Castle in the War Machine armor versus Predator.
That really wouldn't be a fight.
I'd still pay to fucking see it.
Yeah, I would too, but it
I'd still pay to fucking see it.
But yeah, it's a yeah. Angry Green Boss wants to know, why is power metal not your thing? I don't really think that's the case. I just haven't found a lot of it that I really enjoy. I like heavy. Like, I like down tuning, and I like a good rhythm. And there has to be variations in that rhythm. There has to be speed sometimes. They have to be able to mix it up. That's what I like about Beast in Black, and that's what I like about Sabaton, is they blend their styles pretty well. Not to mention Sabaton's catchy as hell. Like it's hard to dislike Sabaton. They just, everything that you hear from them is just catchy. Why they're not played on metal radio is beyond me. I don't get it. They should be on every fucking station. People would love them. But like everything I've ever heard from Sabaton just gets my foot stomping. Like they're so good. Beast in Black, they throw thrash elements in. And there's an intensity there that I haven't seen from a lot of them. I do like Iced Earth as well, though. Iced Earth can do ballads really, really well. The song Melancholy is incredible. And the stuff that they did with Ripper Owens was really good, too. Because Ripper, fucking A, man. But, yeah, a lot of other power... And I consider Yngwie Malmsteen to be power metal, too. I like Yngwie a lot. So, yeah. Venom versus Predator versus Aliens. I could write that pretty easily, but it's kind of a curb stomp in Venom's favor. Because there's nothing that the Predator can do outside of the plasma caster that Venom can't. Venom can cloak himself. Venom is considerably faster. Venom is considerably stronger too. He would rip a Predator to pieces. You know? The Aliens would be a challenge because acid does hurt the symbiote. But even then, I don't think it'd be that much of a challenge. But I could make an interesting story out of it, I think, regardless. Where they're more of an obstacle than anything. Let's see here. Horrible Entertainment says, what seems to notice in the news of DiDio going, Hollywood Reporter announced him leaving comes with more post-crisis returning. Thus, looks like 5G may be minimized. No, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think that they're going to do some fan favorite stuff right out of the gate, and they're going to just drop 5G on people. They're gonna go with short-term pleasure, and then long-term, the goal is to move towards 5G. And it's going to kill DC Comics. It will destroy it. Let's see here. What else we got? Oh God, it's been an hour. So one more question, and then we're gonna have to get overflow stuff, and then we have a Diablo sauce penance to pay, plus some anime cringe.
I've got wings.
And then we also owe a clip of or an episode of the Emperor Text to Speech. So let's see here. What alternative? This is from John Whitesell. He says, what alternative fundraising goals can you do behind live streaming your reactions to awesome, funny, or cringe videos? Hot sauce.
Food challenges. Hot sauce.
Food challenges. There's also.
And it's not limited to hot sauce either. We can do like a whole bunch of other shit.
Yeah. The
As long as it's not something
dangerous. Yeah.
Like
oh God.
pineapple on pizza, one. For example.
Mercenary X throws in $4. Says, making sure you get the $100 donation mark. Fucker. He says, and also I absolutely would love to see Transformers versus Robotech. That would be interesting.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
That would be really cool. I would definitely be down for that. I don't know enough about Robotech to say I would write it. I would love to write Transformers someday though. I don't think it'll ever happen, but I think this is more of a chance of me writing like Transformers or G.I. Joe than probably anything else at this point. Though if I wrote G.I. Joe before Richard does, he would never forgive me. He'd be pissed. He'd be like, how did you get G.I. Joe? I'm going to be like, how did you get the Expendables? Oh, God. All right, so if you have questions for the Overflow, put them in now if you didn't get a question answered during the course of the podcast. Brainbox is getting those for us. So...
Elvis's favorite sandwich?
I don't know what that is, but...
Peanut butter, banana, and bacon, I believe.
I'd give it a shot.
I mean, that's not that disgusting, honestly.
No, that doesn't sound half bad, actually. Okay. So, hot sauce. Are you ready?
Sure. Are we going to consume hot sauce things and then react to anime cringe? Or
yes.
Consume it while reacting to anime cringe?
We could do both.
Because I've got 6 wings here.
We need cringe though, and I need more soda.
Just so you guys know, I don't have any milk. I don't have any peanut butter this time. All I've got are some ginger ale, and then of course a cheer wine because tradition.
Yes, I'm gonna go get.
These wings are tiny. Look at these fucking things. They're tiny.
Damn, those are small.
Yeah, look at that. Compared to my fucking hand.
Jesus.
Tiny shit.
Let me go ahead and grab another Pepsi real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get started. For those of you who are in the chat, especially if you're patrons, go ahead and make your suggestions in the Discord server. If you're just part of the normal chat, you can just make them in the chat, and then I'll let Hatman pick. I'll be right
back. Give the power to Hatman. Sing from Princess and the Frog. Are you ready? Are you ready? Transformation Central. Reformation Central. Transmogrification Central. Can you feel it? You're changing, you're changing, you're changing, alright, I hope you're satisfied. But if you ain't, don't blame me. You can blame my friends on the other side. Damn, okay, well, I sauced these up like fucking crazy. I have used up probably a third of the fucking bottle of hentai hot sauce at this point.
Okay, I don't know. Here's the thing. Some people are asking, like, why not look through last week? Because... for the last week, the anime section in the Discord server is the busiest one.
Yes, ironically.
It's not even close. Like, nothing else gets as much discussion as anime in my Discord server. I'm not kidding you. Oftentimes people asking me why I hate things. Like there was literally in my Discord server, there was a 4-week argument over Evangelion back and forth, like on and off. I'm not kidding. Like, oh my God. Fuck, man. Right.
I gotta roll up my fucking sleeves for this one.
Yep. Mercenary throws in another $1 here. G.I. Joe versus the Expendables. And you're both writing it. That would be fun. Who would we have on art? Who would we approach?
I don't know. So you guys, I'm gonna have to actually just angle the camera down a bit so you can see it. That is how much I have sauced these fucking wings.
Nice.
I might fucking die. I don't have any. I don't have any outs. I don't have anything to save me this time. So.
Well, think of it this way.
Die.
Think of it this way. At least it's on camera.
At least it's on camera, and at least I'm doing it for money and or the lulz.
Yes.
Mostly the lulz. Always do it for the lulz. All right.
Okay, and we have a clip. Well, I have to mute it. It's a minute and 30 seconds. It's in the anime section of the Discord server. It is awkward sandwich eating.
Cool. One of the mods, throw that into the chat just so people can check the check it out.
Yeah. And we'll rotate.
So they know that what we're actually watching.
What we're going to do is we're going to do clip, hot sauce, and then the last couple of clips. And then we owe a couple episodes of Emperor, and then we're done for the day.
Okay.
But
all right.
All right. You got the clip
Rock and roll.
pulled up?
I got it.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Uh-oh.
I remember this scene. Oh my god. Oh, goodness.
Oh, my God.
Everyone calm down. Lower your guns.
Tell me what's going on here.
Looks like a cautionary tale about guns.
Don't be a smartass. Tell me why you're in my room.
I just wanted someplace private to eat my sandwich.
I wanted somewhere private to eat my sandwich.
Get out of my
Jesus,
His fucking face, dude. Ed's fucking face. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Gotta love it.
Oh, man. All right. Hot sauce.
Yep. El Diablo. It says, just so people know it's legitimate, it says, let's show them. This stuff tastes really good, but man, it's got an afterburn.
Oh, yeah, it does. It does. Once again, fuck me. It's so hot.
Yeah. Ready?
Down the hatch, gentlemen.
2, 1. Fuck.
These wings, they're not very good.
Man.
Sheets gets negative points for the wings. Whew, now it's starting to heat up.
That sucks. But the sauce is still good at least.
Yep. Okay, 1 down. 5 to go.
I swear, anything from Taco Bell, not having Pepsi with it is a mistake. Seriously.
Yep. We got fire emojis in the chat.
Yes. That is spicy as fuck, man. Like I said, though, these are really, really good with the chicken and rice burritos. I'm gonna actually get a couple tonight. I don't know, because I'm settling in. Apparently not for a night of Madoka Magica, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whew, man. That's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, my mouth's starting to burn up now. Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Fuck me, that's so hot. All right.
So let's get some suggestions from the chat here.
React to Friendly Orcs Daily Life by Starbot Dubs.
Is it the anime? Because we owe anime specifically.
It's manga-ish, so close enough.
I don't know about that.
This is like 5 minutes long though, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little lengthy.
Furry Force? Oh God.
No. We owe anime, not furry. We dare not.
Yeah, anime, not animated.
Yeah. Man alive. That's hitting my stomach.
Opening to Drifters.
Okay.
Okay. Drifters opening. Very first thing.
All right. I got it pulled up. Ready?
All right. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1, hit it. Have you seen this show, by the way?
Nope.
It's really good.
I'm getting some serious.
If you're getting Hellsing vibes, it's the same guy.
I was going to say Spider Jerusalem vibes just from that dude at the beginning.
Yeah, he's not really as much of a factor as you'd think. No, it's basically like historical figures get thrown into a fantasy realm, and they're like the leaders of two different sides of a war. And the enemy is like Jesus gone crazy.
They had a fucking titty jiggle there.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
God.
She's the sex pot of the anime, to say the least.
Okay.
Even more so than Sarah's Victoria was in Hellsing.
Yeah. Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. No, dear God, please. I don't want to.
Those are long. I love that series, but those are really long. But yeah, like Hannibal is like one of the historical figures, if I remember correctly. Like it's pretty crazy, some of the stuff that they introduce. Another one of the villains is Joan of Arc, and she can manipulate fire.
That's funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of like historical humor in it if you watch it. But I love that opening.
I'd probably enjoy it then.
Yeah, Drifters is really good. I really like it.
All right, well, Wing 2.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. All right, here we go.
Alrighty, down the hatch.
Here we go. Oh shit! I coughed a little back up. Fuck! Oh god! Oh, that hurt. Oh. Shit.
I think my taste buds are starting to go numb at this point.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just from the fucking heat.
That made my chest hurt.
Yep.
Because I kind of coughed, and it came right back up to the back of my throat.
Yeah.
And then what's the little dangly thing in the back of your throat? I always forget what it's called.
A uvula?
Yeah, like some of it got on my uvula. Like it fucking hurts right now.
God!
However,
It's starting to burn my fucking lips now.
yeah,
Fuck!
I'll say this. I'd go with the darker cola, honestly. It's probably a better idea when it comes to this stuff. Because Cheerwine kind of has the same consistency as Pepsi, and I think that's part of the reason why Pepsi goes so well with spice.
It's very, very close. It's very close, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Cheerwine is like a cross between Cherry Pepsi and Cherry Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But it doesn't have...
Shit, I got 4 more to go.
It doesn't have like an aftertaste to it, like those do. Which that's generally my problem with Cherry Pepsi, is it's got an aftertaste. So does Cherry Coke, believe it or not, even though Cherry Coke is a lot smoother.
Yeah.
Man, I'm sweating. Oh, man. Okay, so we owe 2 more clips of cringe.
Fuck.
Man,
All right, what's next? We're at to the Sonic X opening.
Sonic X?
Yeah, you don't remember Sonic X?
Have I seen Sonic X? I don't think I have.
Do you really want to do that, though? It's not that cringy.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that it is. Like what makes this cringy?
Yeah.
Because we haven't really had like the clips today have been kind of mild.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we got one. Daniel Parker gave us one. Dirty moments. Well, at least people can't see it. All right.
Dirty moments, in, is that in Discord?
Yep.
Yep, okay, cool. All right, I'll put link in chat. All right, links in the fucking chat.
All right.
Okay, let's do this.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. What the hell? Why is this woman wearing a bed sheet and why does she have panties on her face?
Wait a minute, have we not seen something like this before?
I haven't. What the?
Because I'm fairly certain we did, and I made a Bane joke.
I mean, I'm very confused right out of the gate.
Yeah, panties on her head. I swear to God, I made a Bane joke. We saw that. Get out of your faps for a second. What the fuck?
What the hell is going on?
See, that's the thing. They're all talking about, like, trying to get his dick hard, and yet none of them are trying to flash him. All right, come on. Like, seriously, that's the easiest fucking way to do it. I swear to God, if someone busts out a toothbrush right now, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
In what world do women talk like this?
I actually do know somebody who does talk like this.
I've known a couple of women, but only a couple, who ever do stuff like this. Except for jerking off a bar with a pair of panties. That I've never seen in real life. But
Fuck!
yeah, I'm
dying. You fucking killed me. Oh shit!
I am.
Did I just cough up blood?
I hope not. I'm just.
Holy fuck! Oh no, that's my nose, isn't it? Yeah, my nose is bleeding. Hey! There's an anime moment for you. Give me a second. Let me try and take care of that.
So apparently that did something for
Jesus
Hatman.
Christ. Hatman likes hentai, confirmed.
Yeah, I'm very confused. Like I've been, yeah, I've only known a couple of women that really like made stuff like jokes like that on a consistent basis. Oddly enough, both of them are my exes. So as you can tell, I'm clearly into freaks. He says Chaos Sonic donates $1. Says Shimonetta, Micah, this anime is what happened if the Puritans took over. It's basically what if dirty jokes were banned, and that yandere with the cum cookies was from that anime. The thirst is real. Hatman, stop dying. See, this is what happens when I let him, like, get the kung flu. He just dies on me.
Tell them they killed me!
Stop dying and I will. But yes, one of the now apparently another cringe that we watched was from that exact series, where apparently a young lady gets turned on to the point where she becomes a hose, and some of that boosh, she baked it into cookies. Unless she's, like, eating a lot of sweet stuff, I can't imagine that would taste good. So, yeah. Do the 4 Kids One Piece opening? I've seen that, though. It's not like that. Like, I don't even care about One Piece. So, like, it's really hard for me to, react to the opening to Death Parade? What is Death Parade? Well, it's brief, if nothing else. Alright, well, since Hatman is dying, I will go ahead and do this. Meanwhile, we will blame Leon Kennedy for Hatman getting the Kung Flu. So, let's hit the thing. Okay, people are pointing. You know, for a show called Death Parade, this song is very upbeat. Okay, so we got a bar. And people drinking. And somebody playing DDR. Like, what? Like, why is it called Death Parade? And, like, okay, some chick shaking it. Like, whoa. Why did the dude just rip his shirt off? Okay, we've got salsa dancing. I'm very confused. Like, again, why is it called Death Parade? Now people are juggling. Is this like a is this like a paranoia agent thing? Where like the opening has a significance, but you have to watch it to really understand what the fuck's going on? Because I'm very confused. Like, I have no problem with women shaking their asses. Like, don't get me wrong. But I'm just sort of like, what? Okay, yeah, Matchstick says Death Parade's intro is not a reflection of the tone of the show. Interesting. Yeah, because I remember, watching Paranoia Agent, because my senior year of high school, I didn't actually have a bedroom of my own. I just had the living room, and basically up until the point everybody went to bed, I just wandered around and did whatever the fuck I wanted. So, but I remember my mother walking in while I was watching Paranoia Agent. No, it wasn't my mother. It was my youngest sister, Sarah, walking in and while I was watching Paranoia Agent, and she saw the intro, and she's like, "Well, this seems like a happy show," and I went, This is a happy show. Okay. Have a seat, sis. You're in for a ride. So. Hatman, stop dying. Jesus. Micah is an anime hipster. Yeah, that's kind of true. You know, you watch that one video I did on anime, and like you kind of understand like how I got introduced to it, and you'll understand why I have the tastes I have. You know. Ugly Media says, Death Parade, to my knowledge, is that when two people die at the same time, they enter a realm to play a game where they can have the chance to reincarnate. Well, that's interesting. It's not a bad
So,
are you done dying?
I'm about to go back. No, I'm about to go back in there, but yeah, update. This is a very fucking bad nosebleed.
Jesus.
Probably because the air has been really fucking cold and not humid at all. And that fucks with my membranes. This has nothing to do with the Wu flu, by the way. So don't blame Leon Kennedy. Don't blame Leon Kennedy, but still whoop his ass anyway. Now I'm going back into the bathroom to make sure that the rest of it looks like a goddamn saw trap.
So I'm blaming Leon Kennedy anyway. But, yeah. Micah has an acquired taste. Yeah, pretty much. A lot of the stuff that I've really enjoyed is like the hyper violent stuff, or a lot of deconstructive stuff. Though some things like really trashy, violent anime, I really can be entertained by. I was oddly entertained by Killing Bites, even though there's some elements of it that are like are kind of the bullshit that I don't like, you know. So. So in the meantime, I'll answer this question from Tyler. It says, what advice would you give to someone who wants to start writing and penciling his own comic? Well, I would practice pencils first. Character designs, panel layouts, the whole 9 yards. Make sure that what you're crafting with your hands is on point, because you don't want to rush that. You got to understand that writing is, you have to have a talent to do, but penciling even more so. Because if you're a writer and a penciler, you could make an entire comic book yourself, and you wouldn't need to hire anybody else to do it. It's a rare skill. But make sure that your pencils are tight before you try writing your own comic, because the writing part, if you don't have that, is going to really change your career. There's very few people that can really write and pencil simultaneously. Sean Gordon Murphy is very rare in the United States for people who can really do that well. Ethan is the same way, but Ethan's been making comics for ages, you know, and he's had a creative hand in a lot of books, but he never actually wrote them. So he has at least some experience in the conceptualizing. It's just about getting, you know, pen to paper. Plus, he created Cyberfrog himself. Point being is that, yeah, my advice would be work your pencils like a motherfucker, then start on the creation part of it. Make sure that your pencils are tight and you're getting, you know, really good universal feedback before you start trying to write your own book. So, how appropriate is it that I got a nosebleed while eating hentai hot sauce? I know, right?
That's
I can't think of anything that's any more.
Nutaku. You can use this footage if you want.
There you go,
Just
man.
so you're aware.
By the way, I went ahead and suffered through the other two clips while you were actually suffering.
Oh,
so.
fuck. So I
don't
gotta
worry
eat
about
2 wings now.
Yep, you're good though.
Well, down the hatch.
By
What
the way,
a trooper! He comes back and just finishes the fucking wings.
Nick White wants to know if I read any books on writing that helped me. Nope. I actually did not. I've been called a virtuoso by teachers from when I was in school.
Yep. I know how that goes.
Yeah, I did not, I didn't take any formal training. I have never gone to college for it. I went to college for completely different things.
I, on the other hand, did go to college for it.
Yeah. My Hatman can tell you I write like somebody who's been doing it forever.
Yeah. Micah stuff is really easy for me to edit. Which is good, because that means it's coming from someone who knows the ins and outs of it.
Yeah. I have an understanding of how it works. That I don't know where I got it from. I legitimately think it's the same reason why some things are just reflexive to some people. For me, telling a story is. In the same way that I took to boxing really easily. Like, boxing just came natural to me. Whereas kickboxing, like any kicking and like the knees and stuff that I know how to throw, that took a lot of like repetition to get really good at. And even then, like, my kicks suck. Well, my roundhouses are terrible. My front kicks are great. You wouldn't think it by the way looking at me, but I could front kick you in the face, without much of a problem. My leg kicks and my body kicks and stuff like that, they're terrible. They're trash. So, all right. So we're done with anime reactions. We have. Yes, we owed 4 clips. So I got through 6 last time.
Someone said react to Goosh Goosh, and I'm like, oh fuck, I hope not.
No, I've already seen Goosh Goosh. I know Goosh Goosh,
I have
man.
too.
Like, that's, again, like I said, Hatman and I have seen some sick shit.
Yeah, that one's infamous.
Yeah, we Goosh Goosh, everybody who has seen sick shit on the internet has seen at least once. Yeah. And yeah, that one's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's up there with Boku no Pico.
Yeah, like
infamous anime cringe.
Yeah, for those who don't know what Goosh Goosh is, a man literally gets raped to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. Goosh Goosh, Goosh Goosh. Yeah. All right, so text to speech.
Text to speech. Hold on, people are buzzing me. Oh, nice. Good one as usual, and Mike Murphy got his 10K stretch goal. Congratulations to Mike.
Very nice.
That's for the gods fear me. Also, Preston Acevedo has hit 2K of the $2,500 goal on Rockabilly Road Trip. If you guys have not backed that yet, please do. That book is going to be awesome. Seriously.
All right, we need a good one.
Okay,
oh, fuck.
So
never mind. That was 21 fucking minutes long.
Yeah, Emperor text to speech.
I was gonna find the one with the heresy scene, but that's one that's like 21 fucking minutes long. God damn it. All right.
Yeah, some of these are long as fuck.
Did we already watch the heresy scene?
I've already seen it.
But have we reacted to it?
I don't think we ever have.
That's a good one. I say let's do that one because it's short and sweet and we love it.
Yeah, send it to me real quick.
All right. Oh fuck.
Yeah, some of these are just fucking long. Jesus Christ.
Fuck. Heat's starting to really kill me now. All right. Tell me when.
Well, you haven't sent me the clip yet.
Oh, I sent it to you on Twitter.
Okay. Let me get this properly set up. All right. Hitting it in 3, 2, 1.
You have sullied your hands with filthy parchments of heresy, guardsmen.
I love it. It's waifu bait too.
Too late, heretic.
You inspire your men to study such foul smut, Commissar? You heretic!
Detestable mutant,
The
fill your
sister
hearts
of
with
battle.
such vile obscenity. Die, heretic! Maybe just one read.
Sister, I need your blood to... Oh, hold on. You're a heretic!
Just running around shooting each other down there. Better just lay the exterminatus upon these heretics.
Alright, fire!
Literally us. Literally us. When laying the fucking exterminatus smackdown.
Yes, that very much so. Holy fuck.
Oh god.
I forgot
love
about the
that.
Sister of Battle being there.
God. All right.
Let's see if I can find one that's not like super fucking long.
All right. Let me eat one more wing. I'm down at 2, so. Oh. Fuck.
Jesus, some of these are like 20. Here's one. It's said, if the Emperor had a text-to-speech device, Episode 2, Religiosity.
All right. Hang on. Let me
It's only 2 minutes.
let me finish killing myself right quick.
Damn it, stop dying, Hatman.
Look, man. I'm just saying. Anti-hot sauce is to die for. All right, religiosity.
Okay, let me get it propped.
Tell me when.
Hold up. Hold up. Give me just a second. Okay.
Prop.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, let me get this straight. It has been 10,000 years since my angsty asshole of a Suntoros made me a paraplegic and put on this throne.
That is correct, my lord.
How the fuck did you all survive for 10,000 years without me around?
Well, my lord, the Imperium has safely preserved your teachings and followed it for all these years, always submitting to your superior will.
That's a relief. For a second I thought you guys would have turned into some giant megalomaniacal group of religious people running around killing each other in the name of some fictional group or something like that.
Oh no, of course not, my lord. We would never stoop so low. The only one we would ever worship is the one true god of all is you, of course. Everything else is heresy.
Are you fucking serious?
What is upsetting you, almighty god emperor of mankind?
I knew this would fucking happen.
Oh, my lord, you don't have to worry about anything. The Ecclesiarchy and the Imperial Inquisition both make sure that the people of the Imperium retain their faith in you and you alone by making sure that no one knows about the corrupting powers of chaos. And if they somehow figure it out, we'll just exterminate the planet and it's all safe again.
The Ecclesiarchy? The Inquisition? Are you serious? Damn IT really well Okay. Remember the Age of Strife?
Aren't you referring to the Age of Apostasy, sir?
No. The Age of Strife. Let me tell you. It was when asshole Cygers first started appearing, and all of asshole mankind started fighting each other over asshole reasons. That is when I first emerged. I destroyed all asshole religions that existed on Terra. Do you want to know why?
Because you are the one true god, my lord.
Wrong. It is because religion is stupid, superstitious, brainwashing crap that makes you into an asshole. This is why I specifically said when designing the Imperial truth that equality, science, and galaxy conquests is the way to go, and religion needs to be thrown out a window.
But my lord, what about the Lectito Divinitatis? telling us that you are our one true god.
That was written by my whiny bitch of a son Lurgar, who later decided to dress up in spikes, scarlet red armor, worship some dark gods, and be really fucking edgy. Stupid, rebellious teenage phases.
Ah, well, I see, my lord.
Now, where is my Centaurian? Yes, this is true happiness. So what is this age of apostasy that you mentioned?
Well, how do I put this delicately?
Oh my fucking god, that's great.
That was really good.
That was really good.
Okay, last bit before we take off for the day. Serena donated another $1. She says, "I don't understand Warhammer 40K. What's it about? What's everyone wanting to genocide each other?" So, Warhammer 40K is like if an 11-year-old wrote the story of Jesus, an 11-year-old boy, after watching a lot of Lord of the Rings. That's basically what Warhammer 40K is.
Sort of.
Like, it is admittedly one of the dumbest concepts of all time, and yet one of the most awesome. Because it doesn't give a fuck. It's just crazy. And that's the fun part. It's so fucking over the top. It's Starship Troopers meets Alien meets, like, Lord of the Rings meets Star Wars meets all this other shit. And there's space communists and there's giant robots and it's fucking cool.
And there's heretics and they blow up planets for being a heretic. And the exterminatus and space marines and fuck the Emperor protects.
Yes.
Okay, I ate all those fucking wings. My mouth is burning right now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's Warhammer 40K is just nuts. But that's part of the fun. Is like it's just bonkers. That was what I first liked about it, cuz my introduction to it was a friend of mine when I worked with at Blistered Thumbs back in 2011. He introduced me to Dawn of War. I played the second Dawn of War, and I'm like, this is kind of cool. And then Warhammer 40K Space Marine came out. And it was fucking awesome. And I'm just like, I'm all about this right now. Like, it was so fucking cool. And that was just fighting orcs. And then Chaos comes in. And you're like, this is even fucking more awesome. So, yeah. It's pretty fucking sick. You know, I love it. I love how dark it is. I love how edgy bullshit it is. Like, it's so cool. And oddly enough, like, I fucking hate Warhammer Fantasy in comparison. Warhammer Fantasy is so stupid. And the armor designs are trash.
Oh, fuck.
I remember I was playing it with Talon and Brain, and I'm like, why the fuck does everyone look like Liberace?
It hurts to close my fucking mouth.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit of that too.
It hurts to breathe and it hurts to close my fucking mouth. God damn it. Fuck.
Hatman, stop dying. Drink cheerwine.
I'm out. I'm fucking out. I drank it all. I drank it all.
What? Clearly, as folks are seeing, Hatman is underprepared.
This is why I fucking had it last time. This is why I had the peanut butter and fucking milk and shit, and I was like, oh, this ain't that fucking bad. And then Micah fucking messages me like an hour before the podcast starts. He's like, hey, by the way, bring hot sauce. Why bring hot sauce? Because donation goal. Because I got Diablo sauce, so you got your fucking hot sauce. Alright, fine, whatever. But, like a fucking moron, I left the things that could fucking help me, my new apartment. what's funny? Swearing actually makes it hurt less. Fuck. Also, pro tip, if you ever ingest hentai hot sauce, drinking whiskey afterwards is a bad fucking idea. I legit almost fucking puked. Fuck. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Oh god damn it, I got blood on my fucking pants. Fuck. 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 The demon code prevents me from declining a rock-off challenge. Fuck. Fuck. I hope this was fucking worth it. I hope you're enjoying this shit. Especially you, Micah, you motherfucker. I hope you. Fuck you. Fuck all of you.
You might want to look at the chat.
It's a dragon now! Oh god, somebody clip this. Somebody's gonna fucking clip this. Jesus fucking Christ, this hurts! This actually hurts! I'd rather go back in there and let my fucking nose bleed all in the sink again. Holy fuck! 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 Why do I do things for money?
Because we're whores.
Fuck being a whore. Fuck that shit. I just got temporary mouth herpes. Fuck.
Well, at least it's not permanent mouth herpes. Gotta look at the
At least it's not permanent mouth herpes, but god damn it. Fuck. Fuck tentacle rape. Fuck! 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 You're making me kick a chair!
Man, I
don't know what to do with my life! I don't know what to do with my life! Fuck! 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 I need to sit down. Standing's dumb. 7 Trials of the Hatman. Fuck!
Sorry.
What'd you do this time?
Crab rave.
God damn you!
Oh, I love this
Ready
show.
to do it again next week for donations? Keep your fucking money!
Oh, God.
Keep your fucking money!
Oh, Hatman.
This is why you don't submit to hentai? I guess. Jesus. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
Wonder when Hot Sauce Month is.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Think it's bad now? Wait till you drop your next deuce. Oh, no, trust me. That's not going to be nearly as bad as the end hot sauce. I had just a little bit of that fucking shit, like a tiny fucking dab. I almost fucking died the next morning. It was awful. Holy fuck. Hatman went full Adam Jensen. I definitely never asked for this.
So right after you say that they should not give any more money was given to us.
Now what?
He says for Hatman's mouth herpes. Get well soon, dude. Play the crab raid.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we do need to take off because it is about that time. So I will play us out with the crab raid and simply say, my name is Mike Curtis.
And I'm Alex Baldwin. Fuck y'all. I'm in pain.
We will see you guys next week. Deus Vult.